You better get those feet tapping, fingers snapping, all hands clapping. Buckle up, gobble some podcorn. It's the Mickelpod and Pickle with Mickle. And here we go. Welcome to the show, and how is your Memorial Day? Hopefully it is going great. Lots to get to on this day. What a weekend in sports, and for most of us, a nice long holiday weekend. Let's take care of it. Weather may have delayed the start of the 108th Indianapolis 500. At the end, there is no denying it was an incredible finish. A repeat champion. More on that in a moment. Have to pause for a moment. As we all know, the real champions today are those who gave their all. We are blessed to be in the land of the free because of the brave. It is Memorial Day, and we have had many memorable moments so far this year in the Sportsverse. Repeat champions, mentioned it. Is that a hat trick? Chiefs, UConn, and now New Garden. Hello, New Garden. The newly milked two-time Indy champion by way of repeat, and what a way to repeat. I have always loved watching the Indy 500 since I was a little kid. This year's finish must go up there with some of the best, even ones that ended in a closer fashion. Gutsiest move I ever saw, Mav. The final lap showdown, overtaking New Garden, only for New Garden to grab it back. I mean, just incredible, freaking incredible. My son Cade showed up in time for the final 25 laps. The other one, Jax, he was dragging a bit from the night before. That's okay. We had to do our barbecue on Sunday. The boy, Cade, works today, Monday. Oh my God, they grow up so fast. Anyways, he came over. We're watching. I say pick one. I'm taking New Garden, hoping for the repeat. Only reason I took him. Didn't have any other dog in the fight. Cade takes Oward. You know why? Just picked him. Just started watching him say, I'm going to take that guy. And of course, been the talk of the race after last year's crash out, after what he's been doing. And there he is, poised not only to win at Indy, to become the first Mexican driver to win at Indy. Now, that's not lost on the crowd. I mean, this guy is one of racing's most beloved. This point, though, was also not lost on the announcers, who, in my opinion, might have just been weighing in a little too heavy on the Mexican factor. At any rate, I mean, he'd have to beat New Garden first. And he's lost to New Garden a few times in the past. New Garden looking to beat back his own scandal by going back-to-back at Indy. As the laps wound down and the field took shape, it was on. A furious finish. That final pass, and it was over. New Garden off to find that hole in the fence, and, well, it was over for Ryan Larson. The rain delay spoiled the chances for his back-to-back. He was trying to pull off completing Indy, shuttling down to Charlotte, and having a Coke, 600, and a smile. Few have pulled it off. The Memorial Day double duty. Joseph New Garden pulled off his own double with an animal-style approach to crawling through the chains after victory, getting pumped up with the fans. He gulped the milk too, just like the champion should. Congratulations again to New Garden, the 2024 Indy 500 champion. Now, championships are shaping up, paving the way to football season. The glorious times of pigskin. We're getting there. Right now, it's time to take a break. When we get back, do you see what I see? I see sweeps back to back. The Mickelpod is brought to you by Vert. Now available in shocking sour apple. Get up and go with Vert. The Mickelpod and Pickle with Mickle is all new, twice a week, all major podcast apps. Earbuds in, podcorn ready. It's back to the show. Ooh, that Vert. Something to keep you going on a long weekend. If you follow the NBA, you know that being down 3-0 is booking tee times or whatever is clever in the off season. 3-0 down in any sport, uphill climb. Here we are sweeping over Memorial Day, heading into June and the NBA Finals. Let me say a big thank you to Bill Walton. I did not know the man. In my perspective, Bill Walton lived a life that he thoroughly enjoyed and a life that brought a lot of enjoyment to others. He lost his battle with cancer at the age of 71 today, Memorial Day. This is one of those times that I will certainly yield to those who can speak with definitely more reverence to Bill Walton than I. And you can find that probably anywhere over the next coming days, weeks. Lots of information coming out about Bill Walton. I can say that I enjoyed Bill. His persona, his calling games, his zany takes and tangents in the middle of games. I didn't get to see Bill Walton really play live. Obviously UCLA before my time, his pro career cut short by injury, and I wasn't really paying attention to the pro hoops as much back then when he was doing his things with Portland and then also with the Celtics. I did hear today on my way back from a Memorial Day round of golf that we'll just say I went and played golf. All right, we'll keep it at that. This isn't about me. It's about Bill Walton. But I heard the great Bill Ryan, or Bob Ryan, I should say, talk about Bill and mention a little bit how he identified himself as a Celtic in the end, right? Versus obviously a Bruin, UCLA, the greatness he had there. But in his pro career, even though he won and prominent in Portland, Celtic lore, the legend of the Celtics. You know, Walton was all about that, man. He's a deadhead traveling around there. I guess if you want to talk dead, that's somebody you talk to is Bill Walton about the Grateful Dead, and there's a lot of people who could talk about the Grateful Dead. I couldn't talk about the Grateful Dead that much. I mean, I like the Grateful Dead. I like Bill Walton, just like I said. I thought, great for the game, obviously, amazing player. One of the greatest college players, do the numbers, check it out, that you're going to find. Pro career, cut short, injuries. Happens to the best. One of a kind, Bill Walton, Hall of Famer, champion. If you could ask Bill about the two series being played right now, I truly think he would echo some of my sentiments regarding Cat or Karl Anthony Towns and the state of the Wolves, let alone maybe the state of the NBA game. Get inside, big man. Horrible Bill Walton. At any rate, let me just start right here, right there. And I stand by my claim that today's game is just too jazzy with the three. Now, you should try Joggy, the drink. You can get it on Amazon. Energy drink. Try it. Joggy. I've said it. I'll continue to say it. The big guys take too many threes. That's where we're getting too jazzy. Big guys taking threes. They need to be down on the block. How about a 12-foot bank shot? You ever seen one of those? I know a guy who used to hit about a 12-foot bank shot whenever he wanted it. His name was Tim Duncan. Pretty good career. Duncan. These numbers don't lie, all right? As the Wolves look to get swept tomorrow by the Mavs through the first three games, and I triple-checked these numbers because we're dealing with threes. First of all, 3-game total margin of victory. Mavs are up 3-0. Total margin of victory, 12 points. Our main man, your main man, Cat, 3 of 22 from 3. That's 3 of 22. That 0 for 8. Brickfest in game 3. I wanted to say shitfest. I changed it. Brickfest. Guess I did say shitfest. What else are you going to call it? 0 for 8. Why keep jacking them up, bro? Brah. Man. Cat. Why? The entire team is 3 infused and about to be swept out by Dallas. Think for a second. Think even more than a minute. Luka and Kyrie dropping a closeout game 4 at home, a chance to sweep. Haven't I seen some ridiculous number for Kyrie that they put up in closeout games similar to like Nadal at the French? Abiento, Rafa, I guess, do I cheer for Zverev now to win or whatever? Rafa lost first round in the Open. We got to get back to the hoops. 3-ball is not going in the hoop for Minnesota at all. I don't see a comeback. I don't see Ant-Man being able to shoulder them up and get this thing even to a game 6. What I'm starting to see is I see a very intriguing NBA Finals shaping up. Tonight, Boston, they should take care of the Pacers, who all credit to Indiana, to that team. They play hard. They've played 2 games that could have gone their way. Now they didn't, and now it's last gasp time. What do they have left in the tank? Where the Celtics need to come in, they need to come in and be number 1. They got to come out and step on it. How Bill Walton's passing affects the game, you never know. It's tough to gauge that kind of impact. It will have one. It will certainly be talked about during the finals. What type of ceremony, if any, will the C's, the organization, put on, have for Walton during game 1 at the Garden, right? Is that when you do that? When will the finals start? By the way, if we stay with the sweep theme and we've got these things done by Tuesday, how soon can we move up, start at the finals? Once they do, how will Boston look to counter this Kyrie Luka machine that's only showing a little knee signs of slowing down? Getting it done and getting some rest, key for both of these teams. Again, how Boston looks to lock down Luka and Irving is the key to bringing a title back to Beantown. Good thing there's more time before I must make a pick in that one, and it's a great time for a mental break. You're listening to the Mickelpod. Why wouldn't you be? Now back to the show. Welcome back to a Mickelpod Memorial Day. Mickelpod Memorial Day. Mickelpod Memorial Day. I guess you can say it 3 times fast, easing you into the evening, or maybe a bit later, just depending on where you are. How's the weekend been? Extended time to spend with family, friends, or just to have on your side is always nice. I mentioned earlier, my boys came over for a barbecue. Always good to get together. And always, as always, we watched a movie. The movie, was Boykills World. Had been looking forward to this, the 3 of us. You know, we get down with this kind of movie. It's our kind of thing. If you're unfamiliar with this film, let me rip directly from IMDb, Internet Movie Database. A fever dream action film. Now let me tell you about Boy, played by Bill Skarsgård, who's been steady on the screen. Remember, he was It, and he'll be starring as the Crow in that remake, reboot, whatever. It's going to be the Crow. In this movie, Boy is deaf. We are introduced to him when he's very young in a very Hunger Game-esque scene, I should say. The movie takes on kind of that kind of theme a little bit, though it ends in the opening here, a tragedy for our hero Boy. We're in this dystopian future, power, greed, and that's taken hold, of course, as one family tries to hold on for their rule, for their supremacy. I don't want to give away too much, not too many toilers. I do think you should see the film. Boy is whisked away by this jungle shaman after said early tragedy. A lot of the early movie is the shaman training Boy and them both getting like really stoned and tripping out. Fever dreams, remember. And then it all ties in nicely, even by the end, the fight scenes, which are great, they're graphic, that to me they were repetitive. Now, I like Skarsgård, and like I said, I'm anxious to see his Crow. Boykills World, fun. It was definitely fun. It's nothing earth-shattering, and it's nothing super new. Speaking of nothing new, transition right to the links. Scheffler, Scotty, playing good golf. Finished second behind winner Davis Riley at the Charles Schwab Challenge. The important thing here is there were good names in the field at Colonial, and with 2 tune-ups to go, big tournaments, before Pinehurst and the U.S. Open, I expect those fields to be loaded with major talent I mean, except, of course, guys from the 54 Tour will be lacking. Now, speaking of major talent, not much is lacking, quieting the rumor mill spinning around Rory and Tour reporter Amanda Balionis. I'll keep my ears open and eyes on that ring finger, which used to have a chunk of what sank Titanic on it, and now nada. I know you noticed it. It's all over the socials and the streams about their little, nice talk at the PGA, and I thought she looked a little awkward presenting the trophy. Maybe she was a little shook talking with Rory. Maybe they're getting a little close. Not a chance I'd miss the opportunity to share with you that it is Great Popsicle Day. Here's a fun fact for you. In 1889, South Penn Oil Company was founded on this day. The company would become Pennzoil. Maybe you've heard of it. Kind of cool, right? In the wake of the Indy 500, today, Pennzoil founded. I know you've heard of pickleball, the fastest growing sport. But what's that sound I hear? I don't know how I could have. I mean, how could I? An honest slip. I let APP New York get right by me, but not the bus. It got right over me. Luckily for everyone who was in attendance, they got some awesome pickle action at the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. Perhaps you saw on social media, Pickleball Chick in the event, and she was playing with Kim Clijsters. How cool is that? How cool is it that Yvonne Lendl playing a little pickle? We know Agassi loves it. I do think it's cool to see former tennis players, tennis greats, playing a little pickleball. How competitive are they going to be? I don't know. It's good for the sport. The event was on CBS Sports Network as well as Fox Sports 1. Now I'm poaching the APP website to bring you some tidbits and various Insta updates to get you some of the highlights. What I like, APP is going to let you know. Hey, this thing had 150 grand as a total purse. That was the prize money. You know what I like even more? Seeing my guy Jack Monroe winning gold in men's doubles. Paired up with Mario Barrientos. They grab that gold. Let me tell you, Monroe is poised to get, I think, more golds. And if these two stay together, that could be a pairing to keep an eye on. He did real well playing with Julian Arnold right out here. And now an APP gold for Junior Mint. Mint condition. What else could I work in for him? I don't know. Go Jack. A lot of players in APP you would have seen at MLP, also on PPA. How about Megan Fudge? Continued dominance. She doubles down on the golds. Why not? Singles, doubles. Her doubles partner in this tournament, the same player she had to beat in singles, Yana Newell. Now, I knew her earlier, Yana Grichenko. She got married. At any rate, I like the two of them playing together. Hayworth, that's Christian to you. Grab some gold in singles. There's another guy, prominent on all tours in the MLP. Is that the best way to say it? Just playing all tours? I'll say it again. It's tough to keep it all in front. Now, I can also say the next APP event is in Newport Beach, July 4th weekend, unless I'm missing something. I've yet to go to an APP event. I want to. I really want my inner Gronk to come out when I say APP. As a spectator, my game is far and away from the dreams of playing in the event. Remember, I want to go as a spectator, maybe dink around a little. I can also say I have my new Havik Pro from Mavericks. So far, dream come true. This thing is wicked good. Now, I am not so good at pickleball. I know this paddle is going to help as my game elevates. Going to have everything I need, power and the pop. Try out for yourself the all-new Havik Pro or All Court from Mavericks. Use my promo code Mickle. No code Reds. I backed up the bus on myself. PPA next stop, Texas, CIBC. Did I see something like over 1,000 players already registered? Is the registration closed? MLP, DC. Get tickets. You will have a blast. You're going to have a great time. You will be entertained. That is starting June 13th. Time to blast out of here. There's still plenty of time to enjoy your holiday weekend before the work week starts. Make some s'mores. How about a Mick Wedge? Stay safe and stay hydrated. I'll see all y'all right here next time for more